Watching Kyle's unboxing videos again?
Yeah, he always finds the coolest... No way! A robot dog? Gotta ask where he got it.
Or use your Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Just draw a circle around the dog on your screen, and it shows you where to buy it right in the app.
Whoa, I just learned a new trick. And that for once, I beat Kyle to the next big thing.
Circle it, find it with the new Galaxy S24 Ultra and circle the search with Google. Get yours now at Samsung.com. Internet connection required. Results may vary based on visuals.
Bare naked, bare naked, bare naked, ABCs. Welcome to the Bare Naked ABCs, where we discuss every Bare Naked Lady song from 7 to Y. And we are not slacking at our job because tonight we are going to talk about a new rarities album that BNL has just released. I'm not quite sure what their thinking was around this, and I'm not sure how the financials are going to end up working, but yeah, we'll get into that. But first, I should introduce my co-hosts. Welcome to Aaron, Heidi, Stefan, and Betsy.
Hello.
Hello there.
So yeah, let's get down to it. A little history here. BNL has been making big announcements and saying that they're going to have a possible release for the last few months now, and this week they decided to release this Slacks album. It's a collection of songs, I guess, from the past and maybe current, but definitely the past. I don't have the hard copy of the music yet. My vinyl is in the mail, but I got the digital version. But since I didn't get the hard copy, I don't have the liner notes and all their information. Anyway, so there's some...
You've been slacking there, Tracy.
Some of these songs definitely have to be older because they have Steven in them or fronting them. And it reminds me a lot of like the Beatles anthology CD that was released a long time ago. A lot of behind the scenes stuff, but unlike the Beatles anthology, there is nothing on this tape that is awe-striking. It doesn't give us like a different perspective on BNL. I'm honestly just a little underwhelmed, but well, let's get to it. Guys, what were your overall thoughts on this album before we look at each track?
I was just thankful that they came up with a new one. I was really looking forward to listening to some of their new stuff.
I think it's pretty eclectic.
After that.
I think it's pretty eclectic. Yeah.
I mean, eclectic's one way to go with it.
It's definitely eclectic. Multi-personality. There's a lot going on.
Stream of consciousness, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Free writing, maybe.
Definitely stream of consciousness. It sounds like them just messing around in the studio. It seems like they were like, you know what? We have all these old tapes. Let's just take a bunch of the outtakes and throw it in there. But it's not like outtakes of any songs they've ever done.
No.
As a matter of fact, they even start the album off with I'll share a little bit of the audio that they start this off with.
You're watching BNL TV, television made by freaks for freaks.
You're watching BNL TV, television on the cutting edge of nothing.
So that's how it starts off. And then...
Have you been injured in a car accident or perhaps at work? Are you angry at somebody? Would you like to sue them? Call me, Stephen Page. I can sue them. Have you got a bad haircut lately? Or perhaps a bad case of acne? Why not sue God? Why not sue your parents? What do I care? Call me, Stephen Page, at 1-800-555-1746.
So let me advance to the thing here.
So on the movie Pitch Perfect, there was a guy. I can't remember the actor's name, but he was one of their like main antagonists or competitors. He's also on Modern Family as well. I can't remember his name, but he really sounded like Stephen Page right there. I mean,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Gosh, Levine, I think. I don't know. Adam, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's not Adam Levine. But...
No, it's. I know what you're talking about. It's Adam Devine.
Yeah, that's it. I was very close.
Close, very close.
But yeah, he kind of sounded like him.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then the album gets off to a really weird start. Following that,
39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44.
I'm not sure what he's trying to do there.
No, I'm
a bit off the wall.
It's really hot in here. Do you have the AC on? Is that my mail? Okay. Yeah, no, I'll get that. It's still in the car. I'll get it.
Yeah, hi, I'd like the vegetarian sub, and could I get some bacon put on that?
Send me back, freaks! Send me back! Take me back to Scotland! Take me away from this noise! I can't stand it! For Christ's sakes, help me! Jimmy!
BNL TV. And now, thanks to the miracle of interactive television, you can point and click and hear tracks from the Slacks album. The legendary record from the vaults that the Bare Naked Ladies would not release. They wouldn't even let their mothers hear it.
He almost sounds a little bit like Casey Kasem there. Like he's
a little bit. I don't know what you're talking about, like a strange intro. That was really smooth to me, seamless. Very, made total sense.
A bit. The fact that they admit that they wouldn't even release it to their parents, like that's saying a lot about this album. Any other initial thoughts?
They should quit their day jobs.
I think Steven did.
I did, huh? All right. There you go.
And then he decided to start his own business.
Smart move. Get away from those people who know how to count or don't know how to count.
Let's break down these 9 tracks that are labeled after the intro here. So the first one that we have is Kevin's Blues. I will play a quick snippet of it right here.
Oh, that was a good snippet, Tracy.
The snippiest.
I'm going downtown. I'm gonna get some gumdrops. I'm gonna put them on the ground and stomp on them like my daddy did. Come on.
All right. So guys, your thoughts on Kevin's Blues.
I'm gonna go downtown. Who doesn't want to go downtown and get gumdrops? Come on. But then you're gonna put them on the ground and stomp on them?
Sounds like a waste of a good gumdrop.
That's very folksy.
I don't know why, because then they would stick to your feet.
Maybe he thought those were instructions, like drop the gumdrop. And then,
maybe they're
don't want anybody to trip, so I guess you stomp on them.
Well, maybe they're licorice gumdrops. Like those totally need to be stomped.
Oh yeah, well definitely needs to be ground into a shallow grave. They're nasty.
Stefan, what were you saying?
Oh, That's all I got to say on that.
That's a good point.
Heidi, what about you?
I'm sorry, about Kevin's Blues?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I mean, who doesn't love gumdrops? But I don't understand why you would throw them on the floor and then stamp on them like your dad did. I mean, that's kind of not cool.
But not the gumdrop
Well, I mean, he
not the gumdrop buttons.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
I mean,
we got Tracy.
Breaking it down from the psychology point of view, of course he's doing it like his daddy did. But the bigger question is, why does his daddy do it?
Well, maybe his daddy did it. Maybe it goes back generations.
Why? Maybe he has a gripe. Does he have a gripe against buttons?
Probably he had daddy issues.
Maybe he's on a sugar-free diet and he just wants to feel the power of squashing carbs because, damn it, he can buy them and then he can do whatever he wants with them afterward.
Okay.
I mean, obviously.
So definitely a little bit of white privilege going on there. I can buy these gumdrops, throw them on the ground, and stomp on them.
More of a blue privilege.
Oh, we're getting into interesting territory now.
Got the blues.
I mean,
clearly it's a statement on war.
Heidi, would that be a 12-bar blues?
I don't think it's a complete 12-bar.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Either.
No, it's definitely not.
Well, Heidi, you know what? I like that jacket.
Oh, do you like my jacket?
I like that jacket.
Oh, it's a really nice jacket.
It's a really nice
like
jacket.
This jacket. Yeah, it is really. Yeah.
We should probably talk about the next song, though. I don't remember the name of it, though.
Do you like my jacket?
Do you like my hat? That's right. Yeah. If you haven't heard this before, here's the snippet.
It's a nice cat.
Do you like my hat?
I like your cat.
Do you like my hat?
I like that hat.
Do you like my hat?
That's a really nice hat. It's a favorite hat.
I love that cat.
That's a great looking hat, Ed.
Thanks,
I like
Steve.
that cat.
So I don't think anyone that's here with me tonight was here when I brought this up last time. There is a snack time song. I can't find, well, at least a kid's song. It might just be like, it wasn't on La 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 Lemon or The Other Day I Met a Bear. It's on one of them though, that at the very end they throw in "Do You Like My Hat" as a little aside at the very end.
Ooh.
In a whisper. And I was like, that comes from a Dr. Seuss book. I wonder if they realize it. I wonder if they like it. I say definitively that they definitely knew what they were doing now, because this proves it. So those are direct lines from the Dr. Seuss book. The part that gets repeated over and over again. I'm trying to remember the name of the book. I want to say Apples on Top or Dog. No, Go Dog Go. It was in Go Dog Go.
Oh.
Go Dog Go. Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, when you read it for the 100 millionth time, it kind of does start to get drilled into your head a little bit there.
Sure it does.
I mean, I like that they're bringing some life to it. They're not just saying it bluntly and monotonely, but at the same time, it's a very short song.
It's very short.
I drove
It's really
Betsy
short.
away.
Do you like my cat?
Do you
I
like my
that cat.
I really like your cat. It's a really nice
Those cats
cat.
are.
I do like how they get tongue tied in the middle there, where we're talking over each other. Yeah, I know what that feels like.
Do you? Do you
What do
know?
you mean?
As the person that edits our episodes every week and is constantly unmangling all of our discussions as we talk over each
You're
other.
unmangling, huh?
Distangling, detangling, unmangling, something like that.
Gotcha. So you're basically the conditioner for our podcast because you detangle things.
He's our wet brush.
You serve as a good detangler.
Well, do you know where I buy my conditioner?
Downtown.
I do.
Downtown, where all the lights are bright. Downtown.
Downtown.
Sorry.
So yeah, here is a quick snippet of the next song, Downtown.
I've been downtown when there once with my.
Okay, that's
very
quick.
quick.
My dad.
With my dip.
I'll try it again.
I'm gonna have to listen.
I've been downtown. I went there once with my daddy. I'm gonna go back someday, but not yet.
So that's the quick snippet of that song. Let's talk about Downtown. What do you guys think?
I wonder if he went downtown with a Zaddy in his caddy.
The only thing I kept getting out of this song was them doing like a parody of like Dave Matthews Band.
It is kind of Dave.
Kind of like a mix between that and just some other element there to it that I can't put my finger on.
Why do they all? What's with the daddy things going on?
Yeah, they have a few daddy issues here.
I got me some buildings and I got me some people. I'm gonna get me a hot dog.
Who doesn't like hot dogs?
Sounds like a good day downtown, really.
Dumb people.
I don't know.
That's who.
People, you should like hot dogs.
So he didn't take the hot dog and throw it on the ground and stomp on it like his daddy did.
That's good at least.
Yes. That would have made more sense than the gumdrop though, because the gumdrop will get stuck to the bottom of your foot.
Yeah.
I wonder if he knows the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yeah, I mean, we only know like this is the second song about going downtown. You think they're trying to like do a euphemism here? Like, what's going on?
No, never.
Hey, euphemism.
Because I mean, the next song after that is Mel's song. So I mean, like,
well, I hope not, because they're also talking about their daddies.
Ooh.
That's not really
they are
good
right.
Mix. The two.
Of course.
There's not much to break apart with this song. He saw some buildings and some people.
Like maybe they had some, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bare Naked Ladies, but these songs kind of sound like maybe they had some herbal enhancement somehow.
Maybe
for a little inspiration, because it's talking about food and it's talking about.
I think you're referring to chamomile tea.
What?
I think you're referring to chamomile tea.
That's right.
Herbal enhancements.
Herbal enhancement tea?
This just reminds me of like what happened with like some of the Beatles songs, like where they had like scrambled eggs and yesterday.
Yeah,
like
right out with a placeholder lyric.
This is the starting of the song.
Yeah, maybe this is like the very baby song that's still gestating.
maybe the next album that they're gonna maybe this is just them playing with us a little bit, and the next album they're gonna be released is like the songs as they are now. They have now matured and become like fully grown. And we'll see like, oh my gosh, that's what it started as.
I mean, anything's possible, right?
I mean,
Mouth song could be like the new top 40 hit.
I was gonna say, if that's the case, I really want to see what happens with Mel's song. So, like, here,
I even want to friggin' listen to this song. So bad.
Here's a really quick snippet of Mel's song.
Hey, wow! Ooh, bubba tingle, 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 zing all.
So it's like exactly what my 6-year-old sounds like when she's had a piece of chocolate.
I was going to say it's what Stefan sounds like when he has chocolate, so that explains.
It's kind of.
I would say that there's quite a few Looney Tunes influences within that song.
I wish Aaron was on
It's
so
just
you could
me,
say if this is kind of like John Zorn or not. It's experimental.
I was in one of our classes today at school, and we had to do the mirror game where to show that you're paying attention to the other person, and they were all doing different rhythms and noises and being really entirely serious. And then it came around to me, and I was sitting with the person that just was in a really bad mood. So he gives me this really simple beat, and I repeat it. He's like, "Yay, good job, Mr. Como." And I was like, "All right, now you need to repeat after me." I'm like, "Okay." And the job for all the rest of you is to not laugh. And then I did what this song did, like just as many random mouth noises as I could, including like raspberries. And they all just like broke down laughing, even the teacher that was in the room with us. I'm like, "What? What's so funny?" So it does work.
It has like a Three Stooges kind of origin or something. Just the way it's just beautiful.
Sure does.
Just beautiful.
Just beautiful. I mean, it is totally Tyler.
Beautiful. Huh?
It is totally Tyler.
Ugh, totally Tyler.
Totally Tyler.
That sounds like it should be like a teenage store in the mall. Totally Tyler. Totally tubular Tyler.
The tubler.
Tubler?
Well,
don't they make cookies? No, those as a Keebler.
I personally do not like them all. As a matter of fact, I am in just the whole time I go there, I'm in misery.
Nah.
Which leads us.
Our
next song is Land of Misery.
Unbelievable. This guy. You know what?
Land of Misery.
Nothing fancy, just you and me. I wanna take you to the land of misery.
Leave it to Steve
Yeah.
to go depressing.
Bring it down to the land of misery.
Oh my gosh. I do love the fact that he's like he's doing these rhymes, he's going along about talking about bringing you to his house, and then where we like to talk about things that make us sad. Like he doesn't go with grouse, instead he goes
grape, yeah. Well, I think it's probably to balance out the mouth sound song. Like that was like,
oh yeah,
ADHD hyperactive, and like now we're gonna be depressed.
I was gonna say, is it ADHD or are we having like a bipolar episode here?
Oh, pick your favorite, whichever.
Pick your poison.
Poison. Probably bipolar.
Absolutely.
Positively.
I mean, part of me does want to hear Steve fully flesh this one out.
I want to hear this one flushed out. Flush it down the toilet.
I want nothing to do with Steve's flesh.
It's down the toilet.
And that's how I feel. I like ad-lib, but this is like... Anyway.
Yeah.
Next
song.
Next song.
Well, this one's not much better.
Next song is Naked Country.
Well, sometimes I don't even get dressed, and that's the way my friends all like me the best. I walk around town in nothing but a little tiny jumpsuit. I go outside with nothing but some crackers, and I salt myself down and look way back there in the field where all my friends are planted up to their necks.
Now wait.
See, that could be a legitimate country song. That's the most promise.
It's not over yet. That's only the halfway point.
The fact that
wait, because it gets better.
Okay.
I've been out to the barn lately. I've seen things that look quite great, like a horse with his name shaved into his back. I got me a cow and I painted in the spot so he's all white now. Or maybe he's not because he's out in the rain. I hope he comes back here soon.
I think that's the best song on the album, actually.
Did you guys pick up that whole shave the name into his back? And what was the song we were talking about a few weeks back where he shaved the girl's name into his head?
Right. These apples, right.
Yes.
This is the early version of These Apples.
And I know I know he's like putting on a voice, but he does have a good country voice, which makes sense because he has a country background with his family and everything. But
yeah, well, and like he grew up loving, like Kenny Rogers was one of his earliest influences. So,
right.
I love Kenny Rogers.
Not that Kenny Rogers sounds like that, but
no.
I was so privileged to see him live.
Oh, nice.
But it's so hard to take him seriously when the guys are in the background laughing and
they're like just barely hanging on. Just barely.
And then they start I don't think that they are trying to do harmonies. It sounds like they are actively trying to do wolves baying at the moon.
What if this is the naked track?
So wait,
it would make sense.
That totally makes sense. Wait, are they going? Maybe they're going back to the naked track thing.
That'd be fun
in concert.
There you go. Strip on down to your tight little
tiny jumpsuit.
What is it?
The little jumpsuit.
Your little tiny
the
jumpsuit.
Next song we moved from a jumpsuit to a pantsuit. So
yeah, there's a lot of suits in this.
A lot of suits in the slacks.
Slacks.
Yeah. No slacks.
Me a pantsuit that's made in Japan. Somebody loves me, I know who they am. Somebody wants to make me a nice hat. Somebody wants to make me a cat that's made out of cheese, that is made out of saran wrap. Someone must make me do something like call hot slap. I'm gonna call on my favorite telephone, and I'm gonna run down the street, and I'll give the dog a bone.
Okay, so now he's just blended a bunch of songs together.
I don't know what he was saying at the end of that song.
Cats and pantsuits and dogs.
Going to hot slap or hot flap or
hot flap. I had to look it up. It's all I could find is that it's like a mountain face in Australia that people hike on, or not hike, but like do mountain climbing on.
Okay, so that.
Yeah. I think he had just grasping at straws, maybe.
I mean, this really does sound like them when they're trying to play in concert and they're just ad-libbing.
Yeah, like they have one take and they can't go back.
I will say, like, so Naked Country had my son laughing. This one, when I played it in the car, my son just looked at me like I had three heads, wondering why I was listening. And he looked at me, he's like, is this almost done?
Gee, finally somebody in your family that has sense.
Well, then I really want to know what he's going to think about the next one.
Uh-oh.
I'll say that he actually laughed quite a bit listening to the next one. So the next one is Mind Talking. My Mind Talking.
And now, I'd like to tell you about my mind. My mind is large. My mind is fragrant, fragrant mind. My mind is woo! My mind is oh yeah.
Like, man.
My mind is yeah. That's my mind. Talking flash.
Very strange.
Talking flash. I'm not saying anything, but I'm talking. Woo! That's the sound of my mind, baby. Listen up, 'cause it's talking. And loving it.
Yes. I love that they all finally lose it at the end.
Oh my gosh.
You're trying to be like a beat poet or something? I don't know.
I mean, that's definitely insight into Tyler's mind. The most random things. I think he's full of shit.
No, yeah. Shit and just energy and
You guys have poopy language.
little bit of oh man, who's the guy that does the woo for the wrestling?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, yeah.
Well, I thought he was going wrestling with that too, because then after that you have Macho Man going, "Oh yeah."
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Kool-Aid Man to me though.
Well,
Kool-Aid
yeah,
guy.
the Kool-Aid guy would fit too. Do they have Kool-Aid in Canada?
I don't know. Somebody Google it. Are you Googling it, Heidi?
Not yet. Do they have?
Not yet.
Do they have Kool-Aid in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume they do. But Kool-Aid,
like
Man
M&Ms,
is
they
kind
call
of
it something
our
else.
generation. I don't think people
Yeah,
now
that's
get
true.
Kool-Aid Man.
No. I haven't seen Kool-Aid Man on TV for a good 30 years. Which is too bad. I want to
They
see
had him on
Kool-Aid.
an episode of Family Guy.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
wanna see-
right.
Crash through the
Oh,
dungeon
yeah.
courthouse or something. Oh no!
I want to see Kool-Aid Man get arrested for like breaking through all these walls.
Yeah,
They can't tie his hands together is the thing.
it's a lot of.
It's like a little dinosaur.
It's definitely a lot of damage he's doing.
Which doesn't make sense. He's a glass pitcher.
That's
How's he busting through walls?
I don't know.
But is he
Pyrex.
half empty or is he half full? Is he up?
Yeah, science doesn't hold up. Well, maybe he's half full of concrete. I don't know.
And it's pretty amazing. Like, he always has ice moving around in there. Like, is he constantly just refilling the ice?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
I mean, he's cool-headed, but he breaks through walls all the time.
So many questions.
Oh yeah.
That was really well done. I almost looked at Heidi and said, "Nice job with the
Yeah.
wave there," but then I was like, "Wait, no, that was Stephanie."
Yeah.
All right, and then we're at our last track, which I actually gotta say is my favorite track on this album. This is the Bayou song.
You know I tried to call you, but I forgot your number. I wanna love you, but I know you're not dumber than me. You gotta be dumb to be my girl. I tried to kiss you, but you ran away. I tried to kiss you, but it was the other day when you were in another planet. A planet out near the sun, where people live near the sun and sunny people are living. Woo.
Oh, I got myself a sister when I was just born. I said to my parents, look out, I feel that I have got to warn you, I'm nobody's brother. I'm nobody's son. Nobody's son. Although when I walk really goddamn quick, sometimes I break into a run.
Got myself a raisin. It's made from ancient grapes. Sometimes when it's crazing, it lays beats down on tape.
Oh, yeah.
A California raisin.
Yeah.
It's nobody's fruit.
Nobody's fruit, baby.
A California raisin. Nobody's fruit.
Yeah.
I have to say that I got myself a reason with Steven singing on that. That his voice does that well. I mean, he's talented, but like when he like gets all it actually is quite good. He should do that more often.
Do you think that's Steven or do you think that's Ty?
I thought it was Steven, but it would make sense that they each have a turn. Is it? Maybe Ty. I don't know.
Yeah, I was having a hard time figuring it out because in those early kind of songs, it can sound like Ty and Steven can sound the same when they do that raspy thing.
Yep, again. Ty can be a power singer.
Just a really weird doo-wop nonsensical song.
Hey, play the beginning of the Bayou song again. It reminded me of something, but I lost it because they're all scrambling up all the different genres in there.
Now I gotta find it.
Nice.
Do it. Please.
It kind of sounded like an Elvis.
Yeah, it sounded like a specific song, but I couldn't
Nation.
down.
We'll move over to Boston. Boston is completely lactose intolerant today, folks. You should avoid all dairy products in Boston today. Moving on to Miami, down south there. Aliens have taken over Miami. If you've got Miami in your travel plans, cut it right out, folks. Chicago, normally the windy city, today is mainly fishy. Bad news for the people of Los Angeles today. The wrath of God has descended on the West Coast and actually sucked Los Angeles into the sea. We got two forecasts today for the city of Vancouver in beautiful British Columbia. For all of you around the rest of the world, it is lovely in beautiful BC today. Vancouver in particular, the flowers are blooming. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful place to be. For those of you who are actually living in Vancouver, it's raining again. It's quite cold and damp and kind of nasty. We'll wrap things up in Phoenix today. Once again, Phoenix, it's really stinking hot. That's Lloyd Elwin for Weather Now. Tune in every 10 minutes on the 10. We'll have 10 tens for you, 10.
And now, thanks to...
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so it reminds me of like the what a day for a daydream.
Finally.
What a day for a daydreaming boy. Yeah.
I can see that.
But then it totally changes into something you can't even recognize.
All right. Well, that's all I have to say about the album. I'm not impressed with it.
I can appreciate it, but I'm not like gonna really listen to it ever again. Probably, maybe, I don't know.
Aaron, you've been silent this whole entire time. What did you think? Oh, yep. Oh my goodness. That is the most profound thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Wow.
I didn't get that They Might Be
I'm
Giants
in awe.
tie-in until just now.
No, my gosh. You're right.
That's amazing. Holy cow.
Amazing. Incredible.
I didn't know that
Really
key existed
incredible.
either.
Q flat?
No.
I concur.
G squared? I thought I knew music.
No.
But G squared. That's
Z natural.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
and there was a sus too in there. A sus 27. Yeah.
I think people are kind of starting to suss us a little bit. And,
As they should.
As they
April
should.
Fools, everyone.
April Fools.
Yes.
April
This is
Fool.
not a real album. They did
Totally
not
buying
just
it.
release this.
It wasn't?
This was actually an obscure joke album that BNL had on the enhanced CD for Rock Spectac. So if you went and you put it into your computer, it would cause it to crash a few times. And then when you finally did get it to work, you would have this multimedia program called BNL TV Kickup with a bunch of fake television shows, such as the weather one that we just heard a minute ago, and a bunch of commercials for the Slacks album and other secret albums, like the Only Words for You album we heard at the very beginning. They had all these fake different TV programs, such as BNL Live and Sweaty, and Sporto for Pirates, the exercise program. And then Life in a Nutshell, the hit TV show returns for 17th season. And Letters to Ed, famous guitarist, helps the wayward. On the second page, you had, Hi, we're really funny. Hilarious outtakes from the last season of BNL Tour. And then we had the Weather Network and Jimmy Johnson's Psychic Hotline. The next one was Doot Bop. 5 young men go on an erotic adventure that they and you will never forget.
Doot bop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boot, doot bop, dippy-da-da, no.
And then finally you had Tyler Stewart Living.
Of course.
Now, most of these you would click on them and nothing would happen. But if you clicked on the shop, that's when you would get a whole bunch of other stuff that would kick in. And you would get different ads that would pop up, such as Stephen Page telling you that you should sue people. And then finally you would get to this Slacks album that you could then listen to.
I split my slacks. I didn't even have a spare pair.
Thanks.
Oh,
I get
It's
made
very,
fun of for
like,
using the word
80s,
slacks. Like my
70s,
husband
yeah.
thinks that it's an old lady term, and
I
I'm
need
like,
to press-
I need another new. I need to wash my slacks. And he's like, they're pants. I'm like, but they're slacks.
well, and there's
My
one.
parents-
They're slacks. I like to have snacks in my slacks.
My parents would always call jeans dungarees.
Dungarees, right? Yep.
Dungarees.
Dungarees, yes. And you had your play
Yeah.
dungarees and
Yep.
your school
Absolutely.
dungarees.
And then you had people like me
Yeah,
that wore corduroys.
Every time you walk, you go.
Cords. No, they're cords. I got my cords.
I also think it was a play on the Corky and the Juice Pigs album Pants, which Kevin played on. And there's a couple of spots in there that they, like at the end of one of the songs where they, which is a breakdown from the end of some of Corky and the Juice Pigs songs as well. So I think they were doing a little bit of an homage there as well.
Me too.
I like a good homage.
How about you, Stefan? I like a fromage.
I love a good fromage.
Pay tribute to my cheese.
Oh, she stole it from me.
Who
That's
doesn't
exactly what I was
like
going to
a
say.
good fromage? Right, Seven? You like a good fromage,
Mm.
what?
Smells like feet.
Oui, oui.
Smells like feet.
Well, thank you guys for going down this really odd direction today.
It's been a bumpy road.
It's been a bumpy road.
I mean, as a album, this would suck, but as a extra little thing for putting it into your computer and not knowing that it's there, like it was totally worth it.
It's totally like Dr. Demento, though. Like it would do really well in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I figured out the theme of the album after listening to it a lot this week.
Besides dads and slacks?
No. Things. It was all about things.
The things.
Oh.
Things that make me mad.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
You are not one of them.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure I am.
Yeah, take it back. You're right.
Oh, that is next week's song.
Oh.
We will be getting to that.
There are things that make me.
Okay, you've just about sang the whole song now.
Well, it's like 30
only
seconds
like-
long, something like that. It's crazy.
It's very short.
Well, thank you guys very much for doing this week. It was a lot of fun.
Super fun
Are we
time.
gonna
And I
score
hope
it?
our audience...
Is it worth scoring?
No, we're not going to score.
No.
It's not a legitimate
I
song.
scored 757 Qs.
Oh.
Which means questions
Nice.
about why it exists.
Yeah. I scored a Q sharp. No, I scored a Z. Z. I want it to be a Z flat.
Okay, a Z flat. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one. Z flat.
I'm going to give it a score of I.
For incomplete?
Yeah.
No.
mean,
I
kind
is the square root of -1. It's an imaginary number that they use in advanced calculus.
Oh, I see. Look at you.
Obviously.
Doing all mathematics on us.
Mathematics.
You think that's where they get it? Mathy?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What about you, Stefan? What do you give it?
I like your answer of I for incomplete. I think they need to work on this a little bit more.
Well, join us next week when we actually discuss a real song. We'll talk about
I bet you if Susan Rogers was on this, she would straighten them right out.
No, I don't want you going DMB on this. I want you to head down this path.
No, that's right. Exactly.
Well, I'm heading the path to bed.
Okay.
That's
No,
my
we
Great
can't come
British
with-
Bake Off in bed.
All right, everybody. See you next week on Hee Haw. Thing. The
Bye.
thing is the thing. All right. Good night, everybody.
Stefan said he's following you to bed. Is that true?
Can I?
Does he
Am I
read you a
closed
bedtime
out now?
story?
You want me to close
Thing
out?
1, thing 2.
All right. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thanks, that was fun. Don't forget, no regrets, except maybe one.
To celebrate joining Pantheon Podcasts, Rock Camp, the podcast, the official podcast of Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, is giving away a guitar signed by Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, Marty Friedman, formerly of Megadeth, and legendary shredder Zakk Wylde, plus our rockstar counselors like Vinny Appice, Monty Pittman, and more. To enter to win, simply follow, rate, and review our podcast on your preferred platform, and that's all you have to do. For more information, go to rockcamp.com/podcast.